Hey, shalom, family of the earth at this time. May the peace of y'all be reaching there, one of you brothers and sisters. I want to show you something very important. Yes, this video called, this is how they did it. I'm going to show you some things. I'm going to show you how they took from the original text and added into what they call the Testament um, translation, brothers and sisters. But you're going to see the falsehood. You're going to see plainly for yourself. There never was a Messiah 2,000 years ago. And what they did, they took from the original and came up with a false Messiah and placed everything that was contributed to Yah and applied to the creator Yah. And they applied it to some false Messiah. And that's what they did, brothers and sisters. So we're going to get into this. And as well, I'm going to show you the time period when the world will get the spirit of Yah poured upon them. Those who call on the name of Yah. Not no name of a Messiah, which many people do today, which is in falsehood, and you're going to see that. But I'm going to show you who I'll be dealing with first. And you also will go to Ezekiel chapter 37 and see the time period when Abiyah said he was going to pour his spirit upon the dry bones, who is the house of Israel. Yah give him this knowledge. And that's what's going on right now. First he's dealing with, and you're going to see that without a shout it down. I'm going to pull it. I'm reading this from the scriptures translation called The Scriptures at this time. If you had this particular version at this time called the Scriptures. So I'm going to show you that you can see these things. Right here, I'm going to start off with chapter 1. I'm going to make this short as possible. Chapter 1 and verse 14 to 15. It reads right here. It says, set apart a fast, call a assembly, gathered, which is, they say elder, but it's the Hebrew word is zaquin, gather the zaquin, all inhabitants of the land into the house of Yah, your Barah. They got Elohim, but that's false. They added that word there. And cry to Yah, cry out to Yah. It said, Alice, for the day of Yah is near, and it comes at destruction from the Almighty. So keep that in mind. Chapter 2 reads the book of what they call Joel, but his real name is Yael. Even though right here in the translation they hear the name of the Creator is really Yael. It's spelled Yahhyl, Yah strength. Even in this book they hide the name of the Creator, brother and sister, in this translation. Chapter 2 verse 1 reads, blow a shofar in Zion, and sound an alarm in my set apart mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the earth tremble. For the day of Yah is coming, for it is near, a day of darkness and a day of gloom, a day of clouds and thick darkness, like the morning clouds spread over the mountains. A people, many and strong, a light of whom has never been, nor shall there ever be again after them to the years of many generations. So keep that in mind. Let me read a little bit more, verse 3. Ahead of them a fire has consumed, and behind them a flame burns before them. And the land is like the garden of Eden, and behind them a desert waste, and from them there is no escape. So keep that in mind. This is how it's going to be on the day of Yah, brothers. It's going to be a terrible day for the sinners. In verse 10 of chapter 2 of Yael, and it reads, the earth shall tremble before them. The heavens shall shake. The sun and moon shall not be. Let me say, and the sun and moon, let me go back up. The sun and moon shall be darkened. So let me go back. It says that the earth shall tremble before them. The heavens shall shake. The sun and moon shall be darkened, and the stars withdraw their brightness. These are the same things you can read in what they call New Testament. In the book of Matthew, which they made up. And all they did was this took this information that applied to Yah, you see that, and put it on some Messiah that they say is coming for the second time. And seeing this, you can see the lies they tell, brothers and sisters. So I'm going to go over right now, down in the same chapter 2, we start at verse 23, and show you these things concerning the children of Israel, y'all, at this time. And keep this in mind. You got to understand the time frame we are in, brothers and sisters. We're in captivity. We are the ones that follow Terry, the dry bones, spiritually dead, that will be risen spiritually when he put a spirit in us, and that's what he's doing at this time. Now, let's keep that in mind. This is right now, the spirit is only given to the children of Israel, Yah. And the Father going to make it real clear when the time period, when the whole world going to start receiving the Ruach, the spirit of Yah. So right here, verse 23 in chapter 2 of Joel, and it reads, and you children of Zion, be glad and rejoice in Yah, your Barak, who is our Creator, for he shall give you the teacher of righteousness. In Hebrew is Yaziquad, that's what it means, and cause the rain to come down for you, the former rain and the latter rain as before. You see that? He's talking about the blessings coming down like it was before. And the threshing floors shall be filled. You see that? With grain. Surely bringing back our wealth, prosperity. And the vats shall overflow with new wine and oil. Then I shall repay you the years that the swarming locust has eaten. This speaking of parables, and the crawling locust and the consuming locust and the gnawing locust, my great army which I sent among you. You see that? Talking about the nations that he sent upon us. He said he's going to repay us for all what they have taken away from us. Yes. That's what he's telling you right there. He said, then you shall eat and be satisfied, and shall praise the name of Yah, see, who is our Bara, our Creator, your Bara, who has done with you so wondrously, and my people shall never be put to shame. You see that? I'm talking about again. So this yet to be, but it's soon to be, brothers and sisters. That's why we're in the process of now. Now I'll be out to tell us to come back to unite. Yes, set apart a fast, call a solemn assembly, gather they quint together. Yes, bro, these are all the things we must do, brothers and sisters, before all these blessings come upon us. Let's keep reading. Just even before the world get involved. Let's keep reading. I left off in verse 26, 27, and you shall know that I am in the midst of Israel. See what that say plainly? He said, we would know that he is in the midst of Israel, Yah. They did left out a part, I'm just reading it. And that I am Yah, see, your Bara. They got Elohim, that's just a translation, but they put Elohim, that's the word they decided to go with, but it's Bara, the creator. And there is no one else. You get that? And there is no one else. No Messiah. He's telling this to the nation. And my people shall never be put to shame. They're going to repeat it again. "28. And after this, it shall be that I will pour out." See, you get that? Now, after 28 is very important. Please get this, fan. Please concentrate on this. Because a lot of people think the world has the spirit of Yah. And I'll be offering the spirit to the whole earth. It's not so, brothers and sisters. I'm showing you right here. This way you always find this way you're always going to find it. And this remove all the confusion. See, the New Testament is the book of confusion because the New Testament it was written by the Catholic Church that brought this confusion. And having you believe the Father made up something called what people call the church that came from the word searchy. You have to look this out dealing with sun god worship once again, brothers and sisters. To take you further away. So the Father been dealing with the Hebrew people for the long, but it's a time when he said he's going to deal with the world, but after the shame removed from us. See, right now, they still call us Negro, colored, black, and African American. And many of our people don't know who they are. See, all of this got to be removed. The earth will know who we are before the Spirit come upon them. See, I don't deal with everybody. Everybody's not called. I've been telling you this. Other brothers telling you this. They pretending to be teachers of Yah, preachers, or whatever. They're holding up Bibles, but they're all in falsehood. It's right here for all to see. Let's read it. In verse 28, it plainly reads, and after, get this word after, not before, not during the same time, but after the shame be removed from us right here. From who? Israel right here. See? I'll be also here in the midst of Israel, Yah, the nation, the whole 12 tribes that will be redeemed. He said, but after there be no more shame upon us, it's right here for the rest of the nations that be still alive. It said, and after this, it shall be that I will pour out, see, his ruach on all flesh. See, after. But before, he already poured out his spirit to the children of Israel. Keep that in mind and take the heart, everyone. He said, I will pour out my spirit on all flesh, and your sons and your daughters, dealing with this time of the earth, daughters shall prophesy. See, right there. Which will speak words of Yah, and say, your old men dream dreams, and your young men, see? have vision. This dealing with the earth. So the dreams they have now don't mean nothing, brothers and sisters. Y'all not dealing with the whole earth at this time. You're only dealing with the children of Israel. Let's finish this off. It's very important. Right here, he said, and also on the male servants and on the female servant I shall pour out my spirit in those days. See, in those days, but it's after we is redeemed and the shame is removed from us. It's right there. It said, I should give signs in the heavens and upon the earth, blood and fire and columns of smoke. The sun is turned into darkness and the moon into blood before the coming of the great and awesome day of Yah. You see that? 32. And it shall be that whoever who calls on the name of Yah shall be delivered. It says, see that? It says, for on Mount Zion and in Yashalom, they got Jerusalem, but it's Yashalom, there shall be escape, see, as Yah has said, and among the survivors whom Yah called. You see that? Only the ones who he called that survived the day of Yah, there will be escape. So keep that in mind, brothers and sisters. That is very important, detailed information right there. But concentrate right here real quick. I want to show you something that they put in the calendar, put in a book called the Romans chapter 10:13, how they want to insinuate that that if you call on the name of a Messiah, you be saved. They got nothing to do with the Messiah. This is the real document. This is the real prophecy right here. It was talking about Yah. See, to those who escape. Right here, 32. Let's read 32 again. 232 right here. It's very important. And it shall come to pass, everyone who calls on the name of Yah shall be delivered. You see that? It will come a time, whoever on the earth called, it said everyone who called will be delivered. So keep that in mind. Call on Yah on the day of Yah, and that time will be delivered. I'll be talking about all nations at that time. But before that time, the children of Israel, Yah, the remnant, will already be delivered. This time coming after. So you got to remember that, brothers and sisters, in your teachings to the people of this earth. And everything got to be in order. It's a coming time for them. But right now, Abiyah is dealing with his people, to unify his people, to call a solemn assembly to unite, to come back together, because we got to meet Abiyah in the wilderness for judgment, for us first. So right here, Romans chapter 10, the same prophecy. They put in their devil book, falsified New Testament right here in 2:13. Let's read it. And then they even tell you where they put it at. If you read the whole thing, they tell you about this false Messiah. And they slid this right here in the slot to get you to believe that it's talking about if you call on their Jesus, you'll be saved. It's right here. But I just read you the true prophecy right here. Let's get it. It's right here. You see this in Romans? In Romans chapter 10, verse 13. This is how they do it, brothers, sisters, the deceptions. Even they even got it highlighted for you. You see, look, for everyone who calls on the name of who? Yah. They see this particular book just put it there straight up for you. Who call on the name of Yah shall be saved. You see that? Not call on some with Jesus, Yahushua, Yahushua. What that say right there? Even though they got it in the fourth tetragrammaton, but it's Yah. shall be saved. Then you gotta know what time period it's talking about. It's talking about after the Hebrew people be redeemed. Like the prophet I just read you earlier, it said, but after y'all gonna pour out the Spirit on all the earth. And then it said, whoever called on his name shall be saved. See? It said, whoever called on the name of Yah, and that's read in Romans 10. You see that? They put that there. Then they got another side note to show you where they robbed this prophecy from. See? They got Yoel, but it's Yael, 2:32. They're showing you where that prophecy came from. Then if you read verse 14, look what they got. How then shall they call on him whom they have never believed?